Hello and welcome to another week of madness. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already and you're enjoying the videos and you watch them every week, or you're brand new here, please just hit the subscribe button now before we go any further. It really helps the channel out a lot. If you like the video at any point, hit the like button as well. You join me from the Calving shed. We're starting to week 3 of Calving now. Last week was mental, insane. We actually ended up calving almost 30% of the herd last week in 7 days, which is a lot. We would have never had that before. Calving is always fairly compact here, but not 30% in 3 weeks. And it's continuing here. There was 3 last night, 1 this morning. That red cow there will calve next. There's probably 2 more in that as well. There has been consistently 5 a night all week and 3 or 4 a day during the day. Just mental. But going well. Problems to note last week. 1 stillborn calf out of a first calver that came 2 weeks early, and 1 cow that was down with milk fever. So she was down on the cubicles over here. She was calved a day or 2 and got a bottle of calcium into her vein, a calcium bolus and an oral calcium drink, and she was up and going. So she's still up here now. Check at the very bottom down there. That's her there. Black and white cow there. She went up on the straw yesterday for a bit of TLC and she'll stay there today, but I think I'll take her off it this evening because she's a calcium bolus in her now, just working, and she should be fine. A little Hereford. And the sun is shining into the shed for the first time in what feels like about 2 weeks. It was tough going last week now, wet every day, misty rain, beds wet, muck everywhere. It'll be a welcome break today now. Now Monday, time to fix the first problem of the week. So we have a cow with a calving injury here. This cow calved last night. She might try to get up now, you'll see. Oh girl. No. This cow calved last night and had a difficult calving. She had the calf on her own, but it took a lot of effort over. So Paul was on night checks last night. He was watching on the camera. She had a very big Hereford bull calf, and took a good while to get the calf out, and there was an awful lot of jacking with her back leg. Obviously the calf was a bit tight coming out through her pelvis then. Like I said, she calved the calf completely on her own, but she has hurt herself. So she has a dead leg. Now that could be a trapped nerve, a lot of inflammation in her pelvis, or it could be something more serious like ligament or tendon damage. Unlikely that she'd do that much damage because she calved on her own. Now if the calf had been jacked out and it was a very difficult calving and there was this assistance from one of us, then you'd say there could be more damage done. But the fact that she calved on her own, it's probably unlikely that she's very damaged, but she needs to be lifted up now. And that's where this comes in. So these 2 things go over the cow's hips. That's the thing that's sticking up there. You tighten her up and then you can lift her up with a machine, a loader. A cow lying down for too long can do way more damage to her than the injury herself because of her weight. So lying down on one side like she is can cause lack of blood flow and other nerve damage. So it's very important to lift a cow like this. So we don't really know how bad she is until we get her lifted. She might actually even be able to put weight on her leg just once we lift her up. She just might not have the strength or a little bit sore to lift herself up. She's also on ketoprofen. So she was injected with that a few hours ago now. So that's just a strong anti-inflammatory and a painkiller. So the padded sections sit over her hip like this, and the same on the other side. And then you just wind the handle up. You can just see it tightening in there. That's plenty tight enough. And then the loader goes in on this and we lift her up. second morning of lifting this cow. She's still not able to get up on her own. And this leg is still dead. See, she can't really get under her there. And she's so contrary. She won't drink, she won't eat. She hates you being near her. But she's not going to get better that way. Maybe she'll cop on soon. So underneath my feet is a slurry channel. So these slats here, all of the cow dung gets shoved down with an automatic scraper to here, drops into this, flows down there, out across the yard and under the yard and into the slurry tank. Fantastic system if the dungs aren't too thick. Now the dungs are very thick on this very dry silage now with the dry cows being here, and this slurry channel loves to block up. Which it is now. So it blocked up this morning, and the automatic scrapers have been running all day. That's why it's very dungy out here now. So we need to get this unblocked here. Not the most glamorous job, but you'll see when it does unblock, quite satisfying. What do? We suck up a load of water out of the slurry tank, pour our slurry pipe into here, some sandbags there to stop it flowing out there. The slurry is going to come in along here and flow. And the volume, because it's not blocked down there, so the volume of water here will get it all rolling, and you'll just see that it'll drop all of a sudden and it'll be clear. Could take 2 loads now, but we'll do this one for now. And when the channel is unblocked, then we'll scrape the whole yard and have it all lovely, neat and tidy and clean for the cows again. So I made a little dam there with slurry, you can see it. Just stop it, just to focus it on the slurry channel. Got a good flow here. The sandbag is stopping it flowing that way. So what you want is it to flow down there and start to unblock it down there. So we'll just stop it here with our hand scraper. So this turns into a bigger mess while it's being fixed than it is when you start. But this water will disappear all of a sudden here, and it might not be this load, it could be next load, but the whole thing will drop and it'll be gone with itself, flushed out. You can see it flowing into it down there. That'll get that side of it moving, and it'll drop and drop and drop as it comes back up along. So it's already unblocking back as far as here. Still not unblocked up there now. So it'll take a few loads, I think. Oh, it's going. There we go. That bit is unblocked. This bit will be next. There it goes. There it goes. So my load is empty now, I think. Definitely need another one. There goes that one. So it's more stubborn up here for some reason. Maybe the dung was driest in this passageway up here. You scrape off all this now into here, and all that is sitting there into there. And oh, it's unblocked here now as well. Yeah, you can just see this very thick stuff there, where it is moving. See it? It is moving. Anyway, we'll get all this scraped in onto it, and we'll get another load. Now we have all this scraped, and it's just sitting on top of the channel now. Slurry is still just at the top here though, so we'll have to get the next load and make sure the bulk of it drops in here, and it'll wash that with it. But the rest of it sitting on top of it now, so it'll drop down through the slots as it empties, and there'll be nothing left here in the morning then. I have an audience here. Do you approve of what I'm doing, girls? So I'm trying to get most of it to drop in here, because that's the hardest part to unblock. It looks like it's completely unblocked there now. In fairness to it. Moving well now. My phone actually died last night, but we're back this morning here, and you can see the yard is grand and clean, and it's not blocked, just some stubborn dung there. That's a bit dry, but you'll just see it's way down. So that's that one blocked now for another while. The problem is the tank outside there is too full, and we need to get slurry out. Ground is still soft, but we need to get slurry out. So that what happens is, as the tank fills up, it blocks the channel that goes under the yard up there, and the slurry starts to move slower and slower out into the tank, and then it starts moving slower and slower in here, and then it builds back up along. And then the cows are dry cows up here, so they're on very dry silage, and the dungs are stubborn, so that's just what's happening. But I'm getting about 10 days without having to unblock it, and then I just unblock it, and it's good for another 10 days. But fingers crossed we'll get this slurry out very soon. Good job, girl. The happiness that brings to see that cow walking, trying to walk around like that. Baby steps, she's not fair, but that is huge to see her doing that. Amazing, amazing. Yesterday was day 6 in a row of lifting that cow every morning and every evening, and she stood up this morning on her own. She's definitely not perfect, but she's able to stand up on her own and she's able to walk around. Absolutely has made the last couple of weeks for myself and Paul now. There's 2 of us come here, lift her in the morning and lift her in the evening, and she wasn't getting any better for a few days. So we were giving her till Monday, and then she was going to have to be put to sleep. But she must have heard us talking about that. Now she's up. I think she's going to be okay. So that's a great piece of success now. That'll be it for today's video. Remember, if you haven't subscribed already, please do that now. And like the video if you liked it at any point. And we'll talk to you in the next one.